Intros suck. Let's get to work. Here are 5 more instances of Buckethead in pop culture. 1. Google Street View. Okay, this is only a little bit of pop culture. It doesn't exactly count, but it can't go unnoticed. I think it's cool, so let's do it anyway. The first half of the 2024 tour was an exciting one, folks. So exciting that Google Maps decided to send one of its Street View camera vehicles out in Eugene, Oregon on June 7th to memorialize the show. It won't last forever, but to make sure it isn't forgotten, the street view of the intersection close to 10th Avenue and Willamette Street in Eugene, Oregon, shows the McDonald Theater where that very night, Buckethead performed with Brewer and Juno. See? There he is on the marquee. By the way, I know this only because I was at that show and saw the Google Street View car drive by a few times. I would show you me standing in line, but I was standing right behind this freaking tree. I was talking to these dudes. Got in line 5 hours before the show started to get front row center footage. Gee, that one sucked. Let's move on to a better one. 2. Music documentary. William Tony Hooper, son of the original director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, directed a movie called American Massacre, a sequel which was slated to be released on Halloween of the year 2000. Super fun fact, if you didn't know it already, Buckethead was cast to the role of Leatherface. The film was never released, and a 2022 documentary by Edward Payson seeks to find out why. Buckethead is featured in the documentary several times, but don't take my word for it, watch it yourself. You can watch it on YouTube, link in the description below, but hey, this isn't the only documentary that features Buckethead. Back in 2008, director Benjamin Mead worked with famous, smart guy Noam Chomsky on a documentary called American Music, Off the Record. I don't think it's available on streaming platforms or anything like that, but it basically talks about the music industry and how true talent is not easily recognized anymore, which, we already knew that. But at one point, the documentary just randomly throws Buckethead in there.
Oh, he wears a KFC bucket on top of his head and then a mask.
Yep, cross that one off your Buckethead bingo cards. He's been featured in a documentary. 3. Down with the System memoir. In 2024, Grammy Award-winning singer Serj released a memoir called Down with the System. A decent chunk of the book talks extensively about his time working with Buckethead. Readers have loved the Buckethead chapter, which talks about the Enter the Chicken album they did together, this music video, and the story about when they performed at Buckethead's old high school, among a ton of other stories. But did you know this book was a USA Today and New York Times bestseller? Want more deets? Get the dang book. I've put links to where you can get it in the description below. I'm currently sampling it on the Kindle app, but I recommend the audiobook because Serj himself does the narration. But hey, Buckethead's been in a book that's a New York Times bestseller. Take that, Slash.
Yeah, Slash is in a book too.
Oh, Slash has been in a book too. Oh, it was a New York Times bestseller too?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Gee, what does New York Times bestseller even mean? I feel like everybody gets that nowadays. 4. Dave McKean. Dave McKean is an award-winning artistic multitude, known for combining almost every form of artistic media into one. You've likely seen his work at some point, either in book covers for DC Comics and graphic novels, stamps for the United Kingdom, illustrations for children's books, video games, and album covers. This one is for Counting Crows, and this one is for Alice Cooper, among a million others he's done. In late 2023, Dark Horse Comics published Thalamus, The Art of Dave McKean, which showcases his iconic imagery across his career. Inside you'll see that he did the artwork for one of Buckethead's biggest albums, Monsters and Robots. Something I didn't know until checking out this book is that he also did Day of the Robot. There's a ton of extra stuff he's done for Buckethead, and he has written excerpts about him too in the actual book. You can order a copy from Dark Horse's website for your living room, or your bathroom for when you accidentally forget to bring your phone. Links in the description below. 5. Professional acclaim. I'm pretty sure that Buckethead is the best guitarist out there, but the thing is, no one cares what I think about that subject, and no offense, no one cares what you think either.
Loser.
Anywho, I've come to think that a guitar player gets merit if they receive acknowledgement from other professional guitarists. So in the meantime, I've been cataloging a list of professional guitarists from recognizable music groups that have had good things to say about Buckethead. Buckethead accolades come from Guitar Hero Mrs. Smith, Master Shredder and Teacher Rusty Cooley, Human Multitude Shawn Lane, Mr. Big and Racer X Shredder Paul Gilbert, Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie guitarist John 5, Megadeth's Dave Mustaine and Marty Friedman. Metallica's Jason Newstead, and there's a chance even Kirk Hammet is included as well. And yeah, I know Jason is the bassist, but I'm still counting it. Michael Jackson's guitarist, Jennifer Batten. Guns N' Roses, DJ Ashba, Bumblefoot, and even Slash. More recently, we had the newest guitarist of Gwar featured on Loudwire to talk about not only Buckethead, but the freaking Deli Creeps!
There's a band called the Deli Creeps, and then their guitar player is kind of cool. He had this cool riff. I think the song was called Dream Girl. So it goes a little something like this.
You guys, just look at this collection. How many guitarists do you know that have this kind of support? Alright, that's it. Do you know of any other guitarists that give praise to Buckethead? How close are you to blackout on your personal Buckethead bingo card? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.